Guys, what is up? What is up? It's Belfast Blues and Boxing. Belfast Boxing and Blues. You know where to get it. You know where to get it, don't you? Look, I lost my mustache. I lost my little beard. It had to go, man. It had to go. It was getting too mad. It was getting too mad, you know. But you know what? It's all good. We're gonna do a little breakdown. I'm make a prediction on the what do you call that guy? Nick Ball and Ray Vargas fight. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. You know, I was looking at my analytics earlier on, and it says 100% of my viewers are female. Woo! And it says that they're 100% age 24 to 30, 25 to 34. So just fucking representing, man, representing for the ladies, baby. You wanna hit me up? Send me a little PM. We can go for lunch. Anything you like. You know, it's all good. It's all good over here, isn't it? Yeah, baby. So look, I was watching this challenge. It was quite challenging, but I was watching a channel. Yeah, this black guy, you know, this black American guy. I can't remember the name of the channel. 903 or something, 901, Beverly Hills, I don't know, some shit. And he's on there talking about sudden dances, man. He's quite a funny dude, actually, you know. He talks about prison and fucking like mental health and crack, all the good stuff. It's good, but you know what? Yeah, there was a clip that was Bill Haney and Adrian Broder were fucking arguing on the phone. And the clip's out there. Go check out that guy's channel. It's fucking amazing. Like, and there's that clip at the start of the video, and then he goes on to fucking talk about whatever after it, you know. But it's quite a funny clip. You got Bill Haney, he's like the father, like the pimp daddy, and then young fucking Adrian Broder, the little fucking urchin off the streets, you know. You can't be fucking with me, man. You know I'm real. You know I'm real. Bill Haney's just fucking schooling them, like. You know, it's pretty good. Like I say, worth a watch. Worth a watch, man. Absolutely, it is worth a watch. And you know what else? Look at this water, man. You know, like Mayweather at the press conference, you know, no product placement. He took the label off the water on the level of a Mayweather. You know what I mean? Which is the level we should all be aiming to be on. You know, we want that many bags, don't we? So like, let's see what's going on there. And a little strip club, you know, just his own personal strip club. How cool is that? How cool is that, man? He's a great example, you know, to the youth. So we're gonna get on with this fucking Ray Vargas, Nick Ball, right? So they've set up this fight. I believe Ray Vargas was in line to fight somebody else for maybe another belt or something. There was a mandatory, whatever way they've worked it. Now him and Nick Ball's gonna fight. And you know what? I think it should be a good fight. I was having a wee look at the both of them there. Ray Vargas is getting on. He's 34. He's tall. He's 5'7.5". I think fucking Nick Ball's what, 5'2". You know what I mean? Like, I swear to God, man. Literally, he's 5'2". Let's see. Yeah, man, he's 5'2". But he has fought, like, you know, 3 of his last 4 opponents have all been, apart from Dogbo, he's fighting all these tall guys, you know, who like to fight at range, and he's fared quite well against them. Vargas, you know, you can really see in that when he fought the Filipino guy, Mike Sayo, he looks pretty tidy. I know he got put down late a couple of times in the fight, won the fight, split decision, but, you know, obviously the Filipino was a smaller guy too, but he fights well from range. He can keep it long distance. He's fit to swing in, hooks well to the body, hooks well to the head, left hook. He's handy with the right hook too, up and down, the left hook particularly better, and he moves away to his left as he does that, so it's nearly like a pseudo check hook thing that he's got going on there. And like I say, whenever his opponent tries to close the distance, just dips out very ably, very naturally. He does that very well. One thing that I did notice, and this might have led to his downfall in that fight, or at least getting knocked down, um, was that he gets a bit careless sometimes and he drops his hands, you know. Now the guy has a good record, like I mean he was up at super feather for his last fight, so he's all over the place weight wise, like where he lost to O'Shaki Foster, which apparently was his sort of best performance to date. O'Shaki Foster, he's been on to win a world title, has he? Yeah, I think so. He fought somebody, didn't he? So yeah, and let's see what else is going on, you know. So he's a two-weight world champion, like. He already was a WBC world featherweight champion, yeah. And then he moved up in weight. He must have dropped the belt, and now he's going to fight for it again. I'm not sure if it is the WBC, pardon me, or if it's a WBO. Not quite sure what's going on, but you know what I mean. The guy was down at super bantamweight. He's up at featherweight. He had a good fucking run. Let me see, how many times did he defend that belt? Right, he won it against Calvin McDonald. That was a majority decision. That was in Hull. And he defended it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He defended 5 times, and he dropped the belt for some reason. God knows what, mandatories, all the usual nonsense, like. But yeah, I mean the guy's experience, like I say, long and tall, you know, big reach and all too, and very technical fighter, flows well, and of course he's Mexican, and we all know what that means. And Nick Ball, then, you know, you got this guy. He really is like a ball. He's compact, you know. When he was against Dogbo, I think everybody else he fought was sort of long and tall. And he fought Dogbo was 2 little tanks. You know, he's only 5'2", and he's no, he's not a super bantam. He's at featherweight, so he's got a lot of muscle on there, you know. And technically, he's quite good. I thought against Dogbo, I was saying to myself, he's not much of a mover. But he can, you know, his footwork's quite good, as he showed that in other fights, that he can move around quite well. And I noticed when he was having trouble with one of the guys at long distance that the fella come in close and he just caught him with a lovely, you know, talk about compact, a lovely just short left hook, just clipped him a wee counter left hook on the inside. It was beautiful, a nice little move. If he can pull off something like that against this guy, you know, he's coming up against a fellow with a lot of experience, a great record, but he is getting a bit long in the tooth. Nick Ball seems to be knocking a lot of guys out. Recently, there was that one that was a bit of a tragedy in Belfast. I think that was in the Conlon undercard, where the fellow went to hospital. Ladumo Lamati. But everybody else, you know, his last, let's say what, 4 out of the last 5 fights, he's stopped everybody, you know, and he seems to stop them pretty, well, not always early, but yeah, in a lot of cases he has done. So yeah, should be good. That's all I know about these guys. It's more featherweights. We had Raymond Ford, we had Otabek Komotov last week. Komotov, I really expected him to do a whole lot better against Ford. Ford fought well. You know, some people say that he was down in the cards heading into that last round when he knocked him out. The knockout was a bit strange, wasn't it? It was a strange. You know, he's running away from him. It was nearly like a Meldrick Taylor, you know, fucking Julio Cesar Chavez, Meldrick Taylor. Was it 1 or 2? Where he knocked him out. It was like the ref fucking called it off. You know what I mean? There was 3 or 4 seconds left, and he would have fucking won the. You know, he would have beat Chavez. But what happened happened. So. This is boxing, man. Sometimes there's controversy, you know, but let's all hope we see a good fight. A lot of people seem to think that this one promises good action, you know, and a lot of people are looking forward to seeing what Nick Ball can do, and can he rise to the occasion, you know. Not only in terms of level of opponent, but the fact that the stage that it's on, the exposure that he's getting, can he step up in that moment and deliver? Can he do it, motherfucker? I think he can. I think he can. So look, in terms of a prediction, you know what I mean, I wouldn't be fucking putting the mortgage on this, but give me just a few seconds to compute here. Ray Vargas, Nick Ball. I think Nick Ball's going to stop him rounds 4 to 6. That's what's going to happen in this fight. Vargas is shown to be susceptible to getting knocked on his ass in his very last fight. He's getting a bit old. He's a very, let's say, like, reputable opponent to bring in, if you get my meaning. And I think it's going to be a good scalp for Nick Ball, if it works out in his favour. I mean, we'll see. That's where my money would be going anyway, you know what I mean? But, like, if you really want a decent prediction, you should probably be looking to some of the other more qualified, experienced, serious channels. Yeah, I like that Punch Perfect boxing. Jamie over there, man, he's very good. He's brilliant. He's a proper boxing scholar, man. He knows his stuff, doesn't he? You know, and the devil is in the detail. So, like, that's that, dudes. You know, we're our ladies or whoever the fuck's watching this shit. We're gonna check out some of the boxing news. You know, we like to do a bit of reading on this channel. Sometimes I feel like I'm running some kind of a literacy program. You know, if I end up going to prison for some reason, then, you know, maybe I can hook up with some of the brothers, you know, and fucking teach them how to write a few poems and stuff, you know, and how to pronounce shit. Maybe they'll teach me how to be more gangster. But it's a good trade, man. It's a fair trade, that's what I say. So what do we got? Top spot winner of Joshua Ngannou to fight winner of Fury Usyk. Not all that interesting. If he conquers Kyron Davis, Elijah Garcia envisions title shot. Do you know what? I like that title. I like the way that's written. If he conquers Kyron Davis, Elijah Garcia envisions title shot. Elijah, wow. So, like, you know, somebody's getting conquered, somebody's envisioning shit. Let's see what's going on. This is written by Lance Pugmire, of all people. They tested Elijah Garcia with a volume puncher and he avoided the pressure. Now comes a veteran who has been in there against David Benavidez and Anthony Durrell. Kyron Davis, motherfucker. So he's trained by the Breadman, isn't he? We'll probably find that out as we read on. Past this high exposure screening from Kyron Davis and Premier Boxing Champions, March 30th, Prime Video. Oh yeah, it's all on fucking Amazon now, man. I hope we don't have to pay extra. I ain't paying for shit. The 20-year-old Garcia believes his next bout, so he's only 20, this kid. Kyron Davis must be fucking 30, 31, something like that. My goal for this year is to be a world champion, and it's more than a possibility because I'm at number 2 in the WBA rankings now. Garcia told Boxing Scene from his Arizona home Tuesday. I know if Davis beats me, I go back to the bottom of the ladder, Garcia says. He's a good fighter, but I just want to show I'm ready to fight for the world title. The card is headlined by the WBO 154 title fight. Wait, hang on, what weight are these guys fighting at? Is this going to be super middle? Is this another player in the super middleweight division? You know what I mean? Because the list just goes on and on. We got Berlanga, we've got fucking Morel, we've got Mbili, we've got Munguia, Canelo, you know what I mean? There's just too many, man. There's Pacheco, there's too many of these guys. You're going to bring in another guy? Well, this guy's only 20, so let's see what happens. During the 4-fight pay-per-view portion of the card, WBA middleweight champion Erislandy Lara of Cuba will defend his belt against Australia's Michael Zarafa. Okay. Obviously, Erislandy Lara fought Canelo. Some would argue he beat him. And Canelo just about snatched it, you know what I mean? Split decision or whatever it was, but it was a good fight. Obviously, he's a really good fighter. He's been around a long time. But out of Cuba, super skillful, southpaw if I mind right, and you know, even if he's 50, like, we're going to watch that guy because he's probably a hell of a lot better than some of the guys we'll be seeing on the undercard. Garcia said that bridging the experience to fight against Davis, who has 131 rounds as a pro, against Garcia's 54 will be critical after Garcia found a way to defuse the activity of Jose Armando Resendez in their September 30th pay-per-view bout in Las Vegas. Resendez throws a lot of punches, more than 100 per round, but only 15% connected, Garcia said. So while people may say I need to work my defense, I showed I can box. I'll show more, as I said. Yeah, the 100 punches a round is that's a high tally. That's Calzaghe territory there. Like he was known for the high volume and that work rate, you know. But it's got to be effective. You know, that guy was only connecting with 15% of his punches. Um, it might have appeared because so many punches were being thrown that this guy's defense wasn't great. You know, maybe the better thing to do against a fighter like that, and he's young, bear in mind, is to implement a game plan as such that you're going to negate their output, you know, so they don't throw as many punches, you know. Make sure to hit him with something hard getting early so he doesn't want to come be committing with these 100 punches around, you know. Anyway, so that's at 160, actually, that's at 160. I think Kieran Davis, he jumped up to 160 at the fight, so this is at middleweight. So there's a new player in the middleweight division. Let's see what else is going on here, man, and then we can rock on. And Ngannou, Joshua. Okay. Jose Benavidez Senior. David only gonna get bigger at 175. I'm gonna smoke this motherfucking cigarette, man. It's hard to smoke and talk and breathe and breathe out and smoke and talk and breathe out and smoke and talk. So we do it like that. Jose Benavidez, you're only doing this, you're only doing that. What are you doing? Let's see. Fucking Lance Buckmeyer again. This guy's on the ball this week, man. He's got a lot of stuff going on. There's some disillusion floating around the mind of David Benavidez, father and trainer, Jose Benavidez Sr. But the elder Benavidez finds it dissipating the more he talks about his son's future. He's talking it out, man. He's talking it out. He's got a lot of issues. He's got some stuff going on. There's a lot of fucking stress. Canelo ain't giving him the fight. But he has a little talk about it. It's easing, man. It's easing. Thank the good Lord. David's move up in weight to meet Ukraine's Alexander Govzik. 20-1, 16 KOs. I think he's getting on a bit. I heard them talking about it. I think he's right up there in his mid-late 30s, that fella. For the WBC interim light heavyweight title and the right to fight the winner of the June 1st undisputed 175-pound title fight. Undisputed title fight, that'll be between fellow unbeaten Russian champions Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol. I didn't know that fight had been made. June 1st, brilliant, something to look forward to. That'll be really good. I see Beterbiev doing a number on him. I really do. I like Bivol as well, but I don't think he's going to get the room that he needs to operate if Beterbiev really shows up and performs that night. He's not gonna, he's a pressure fighter and he gets right on top of you. And it's not just any pressure fighter, it's, pound for pound, this guy's up there, like he's a monster, he's a machine. And I do think that to box as he pleases, Bivol needs that little bit of space, doesn't he? So if it's just somebody raining down on top of him, I think it's going to be difficult. We might see portions of the fight, in the early mid rounds where they're sort of standing and they're in close to two of them and they're both getting to operate and there's some exchanges. But I think ultimately what you'll see in that fight is Beterbiev is just going to take Bivol apart. Like I say, once he really turns the screw and gets on top of him, Bivol won't really be able to make use of his full arsenal. An official familiar with negotiations, who is unauthorised to speak publicly on unfinished contractual matters. That's a lot of big words. Told boxing scene, my brain hurts. The target date for Benavidez Govzik is June 15th on Prime Video pay-per-view card. More of this Prime Video nonsense, man. Featuring Gervonta Tank Davis versus Frank Martin. Right, I mean, the good thing is, if I do pay for the pay-per-view, it's there. You know what I mean? There's a lot of times where, in the past, if you wanted to watch some of these, like, PBC cards, we couldn't get it here, you know what I mean? Really. So let's see. Govzik is a former WBC 175-pound champion whose only defeat came to Beterbiev. Planning for that bout takes the Benavidez's thoughts away from the recent past when they learned undisputed super middleweight champion Saul Canelo Alvarez was bypassing David for another bout, with unbeaten countryman Jaime Munguia of Tijuana expected to be named Alvarez's May 4th foe in the near future. Canelo said he wouldn't fight another Mexican, and the WBC said they'd take away his belt in March and give it to us because we're the mandatory. Benavidez Sr. said it's March, echoing statements David, 28-0 with 24 KOs, has previously given. Benavidez Sr. said his son agreed on the heels of his impressive stoppage of former middleweight champion Demetrius Andrade to fight Alvarez for minimum pay. They disappeared. They wanted to hear me ask for a lot of money. I didn't, because we just wanted the fight, Benavidez Sr. said, and they still disappeared. Benavidez Sr. says he's been pleased to see his son winning the public relations battle against Alvarez. We see everyone's on his ass, Benavidez Sr. said. Once we fight and look good at 175, it's not going to look too good on Canelo at all. Yeah, it's not. I think too, if you look at the frame of Benavidez, he is a massive guy. At 168, and it's probably a good option for him to move up. It'll be interesting to see how he fights there, because one of the things I really liked about Benavidez, David Benavidez, when he was a little bit more under the radar, you know, like I say, these PBC fights, you could get the occasional one on YouTube, and they weren't really the best quality, you know, but I just knew by looking at him, you know, like the way this guy moves, you know, for a super middleweight, and it was against lesser opposition, so we got the chance to do this more than what he has done against Caleb Plant and Andrade. You know, he was throwing super fast combinations, you know, insanely fast, flashy, really nice to look at. I mind fucking Barry McGuigan saying years ago, you know, and this is why I like Calzaghe too. He said that at the highest level, it's poetry. Boxing's poetry. You know, when you see a fighter that, you know, you see Sugar Ray Robinson, you know, step in the back foot and fucking turn over that left hook, and it's, the whole movement and everything is just, is majestic, man, you know. And that's what I seen in Benavidez's work in terms of his combinations. The speed of the combinations, the amount of punches that he would throw, the way he would mix it up, even the way that he moved off when he was picking off punches, his defense, rather than just staying out of harm's way, he would let guys come at him with combinations that he would sort of pick one, pick two, and there's just something in that. Well, I'll tell you what I was listening to earlier on. There was some jazz thing, you know, this jazz channel that I found, and you know, the guy was talking little documentary pieces where he just speaks about all these jazz guys. He was talking about fucking Scott Joplin, you know, is the original recorded jazz guy, the first jazz that was ever recorded, really ragtime piano shit. Syncopation, that's the word for it. Syncopation in the movement. There's something pleasing where there's, you know, there's the rhythm that he was fighting at, and then the way his punches played off that was so pleasing. There was a syncopated element in there, you know. I was like, wow, this is nice. This is real nice, you know. And against Caleb Plant, he didn't see so much of that, you know. He got the result. He got the job done. You know, obviously the same against Andrade. I'm trying to think of who else he fought. Was there somebody else that he fought recently that was much better opposition? I can't remember. But yeah, I mean, against those guys where he's fighting world level fighters, you know, ex-world champions and stuff like that, it's harder for him to really let loose and do all that entertaining stuff. I think we saw a bit of it, but, you know, it's not just like a showcase and an exhibition where he can, you know, he's fighting some dosser and he can let loose and do all this fancy stuff, you know what I mean? But it was fancy and it was effective, you know, so I'd like to see more of that, whether it's up at 175. If he's fit to do that, you know, a few more pounds on his frame, you know, and by the time he rehydrates and all that, it'll be like, is he still fit to do that? But I mean, I think that's what initially got people excited about David Benavidez Jr., you know, and he was two-time the super middleweight champion of the world. You know, he lost it once on the scales, and he lost it the other time because he was up to no good, you know what I mean? And it was a drugs thing. It was recreational drugs. It wasn't peds or nothing like that. You know, he's a clean fighter, like. So, he was young and he just he got up to no good, you know what I mean? And he got caught out, like, so what? Uh, but I think then it was more like the hardcores had seen what he could do, and they were, you know, hot on him, and then he was coming up, and now they're, you know, everybody else is getting excited, and now Benavidez is the guy, and he's got the mandatory, he has to fight Canelo. But what are they basing that off? Are they basing that off of what they're being told? Just, you know what I mean? Like what the mass boxing media is shoving down their throats, so they go, oh, David Benavidez. Because I didn't think he looked overly impressive, not to the same degree that I'd seen him before, and against Caleb Plant and you know, fucking Andrade. I could be wrong. I didn't think he fought bad in those fights at all. I just didn't see those glimpses of that, like, an elite, you know, fucking historical shit. It was like, we haven't seen this before, like, so yeah, it would be nice to see some more of that. Let's see what's going on here. You know, I was chatting about that guy who did the channel. The black American, the African American guy, you know, and he was in the video he was talking about he was called for like a drug test, you know, and I think he'd been in jail. It might have been his friend or something, right? But whoever it was the stories about had been in jail, right? And then they had to do a drug test like in work after, and he in his mind it was like, shit, if I get caught in this drug test I have to go back to jail. So they called him and said, yeah, can you come in at lunchtime and do this test? And he was in work and he had to, like, you know, go to some place to do the test, and he was like, yeah, no problem. And he started sweating it, like, and the minutes were counting down. I think it was about half an hour to go, and he threw a heart attack. He pretended he was having a heart attack. The guy's insane, man, you know, he's a funny fucking dude, like. And he was talking about mental hospital and stuff, and trying to go to mental hospital to avoid going to jail and shit. I told him in a comment that I had, like, once got arrested for trying to steal a bus when I was psychosis. And he was like, respect, man. He was like, fucking brilliant. Well done. I was like, nice one. Sweet. Right, let's have a wee look at Twitter here, guys. Right, we'll take a quick run down the feed and see what's going on with these MFers. Top of the feed is Clarissa Quote Shields, motherfucker. See y'all soon. Fat announcement coming soon. Time to defend my babies. Quote. Hashtag quote. She's looking well there, you know, man. I'm liking this new Clarissa Shields with these flashy outfits. It's fucking good. Adam's boxing show. I remember everyone going crazy when Oscar de la Hoya landed a brutal left hook on the tough Fernando Vargas. He hurt Fernando and he finished him. This was Oscar's legendary moment right there. He definitely closed the show. Oh, he's just had him down. Cortez has him in the corner. Let's see. He's going to go back at him now. Come on, Oscar. You gotta love Oscar too. What a guy, man. What a fighter. Jesus Christ. Piling on the punches. Those are heavy shots too. Look at the head way down, leaning forward with the head way down. Fucking fists down here. Oh yes, he's throwing in the body shots, piling them down the middle upstairs. Look at that. Yeah, hooks down the middle. Lovely stuff. Referee stops it. Well done, Oscar. The queens of boxing talk. I've seen so many people saying they're giving Frank Martin zero chance of beating Tank. Why? Don't know a whole lot about Frank Martin, but I'm not giving some guy that I haven't heard of much of a chance against fucking the face of boxing, Gervonta Tank Davis, or whatever Tank's new name is. Let's go and find out what that is, you know. Let's fucking check that out right now. Because it's good to be aware, man, isn't it? Right? Gervonta Davis, because I think he went over to Muslim, didn't he? Or Islam. He converted to Islam. Went over to Muslim. Abdul Wahid. Yeah, baby. Abdul Wahid. I wonder what that name means. I wonder, will they sell him under that name? Will he do a Cassius Clay and insist You know, maybe he'll fight this Frank Martin and he will keep calling him Gervonta and he'll be like, I'm gonna fuck you up, mate. If you call me that one more time, I swear to fuck, I'm gonna do you. Right? Let's see now. Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, will not be speaking or tweeting or writing anything other than my fight, boxing, and sports. All topics of discussion will be discussed after my fight. 5 weeks of focus. You have my word. I'm locked in. I'll see you 420. I'm sure we will be seeing him 420. That's crazy. Seen him on with Andrew Tate. You know, Top G. And Tate had him on. Was like, Ryan, I want to speak to you. I want to help you, Ryan. Please, Ryan, open up to me. Speak. It was like on a live stream, a live Twitter stream. Like, I don't give a fuck, man. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I know things, man. I know things. And then, you know, fucking, he was talking about this and that and the Hollywood and the elite and all this stuff. And next thing, Tate was talking about his fucking jail sentence over in Romania. And Ryan Garcia was like, hey, man, you need help? I know people. I can get you off of that shit. Trust me, man. Andre Tate was having a wee laugh. He's like, nah, dude, you don't want to be couple in no Romanian prison. So, like, hey, whatever's going on with Garcia, he's fucking... Sounds like he needs a bit of help. Obviously, he's talking all this demonic fucking shit too. You know, talking about psychosis, you know, which I have had a record 6 times. Not as a personal record, personal best, right? You know, at times when I've been on that, I would write stuff like that, you know, all over social media for weeks and weeks before, you know, I get finally somebody comes and puts me away, you know what I mean? Thank God that hasn't happened for quite a while. But, do you know what? It's like, it seemed a little bit like that crazy nonsense he was speaking. But then, you know, you have to look at the other angle. Could he be doing all of this on purpose? Well, I don't think anybody, you know, the greatest actor in the world could fucking fake all that shit, man. He's it's too real, like, it's too real. You know, and I posted a little video, you know, I was kind of concerned, like, somewhat concerned about this thing. I was like, fucking hell, this kid needs help, like. And it just seemed like promoters and stuff, and nobody really cared as long as they were making money. This is selling the fight, you know. Oh, he's losing his mind. You know, he's dying of cocaine addiction, but hey, man, it's selling the fight. And you see some guys come out and being like, oh, you a bitch. You feeling emotional over Ryan Garcia? You a bitch, man. You a bitch. Fuck off. Stop playing the big fucking man, like. Right, IFL, what's going on here? Fucking, let's see what Bent Legs has got going on. Intense, Sealade Zhang, Joseph Parker, WBO interim. Yeah, good fight, like, good fight. I'm gonna do a proper prediction on that. I'm gonna, you know, watch as much footage as what they'll fucking allow. Zhang looks pretty fucking handy against a very slow-footed Joe Joyce. We were all praising Joe Joyce's technical ability up until them fights when he got exposed, and suddenly it was like, this guy's fucking seems to be just so sluggish and slow, and his punches don't seem to be any real snap in them or anything. But prior to that, it was, oh, look at his jab against Dubois, and you know, he has uses strange angles and stuff. So it's hard to say because, like, they call it exposed for a reason. Like, one bad fight can totally change your opinion on somebody, and they go from being fucking top dog to bottom rung, you know, very fucking quickly. Look, there's Fish Eyes in there as well, getting a wee handshake. Joseph Parker's gonna do this, and Joseph Parker's gonna do that. Yeah, I know a few people that have Zhang winning early, rounds 2 to 4, stuff like that, 3 to 5 or whatever it is. Fucking, you know, but I don't know, like I say, I'm going to have a good look at it tomorrow and do a breakdown of that and the Joshua and Ghani fight, which, yeah, just have a look. What the hell's this? Some guy on a beach. It's a storm. There's lots of ladies in bikinis. Here's some men. Yep. Yeah, that's it. Pan away from the men. Here's more women. Oh, they're going out. There's like a fucking beast whale or something. What is this, man? What is going on? Everybody in the beach is like gathering round at the water. Oh, they're fishing for. Oh, it's like fucking wee fish. All these fish have come ashore. These motherfuckers are trying to catch them. Phenomenal. The beauty of nature. Oh fucking here's Carl Fight. Carl Froch. Do you agree with Carl Froch that if Anthony Joshua doesn't beat Francis Ngannou this weekend, his career is finished? He kind of does have to win, doesn't he? Like it's not good. They've brought him along with these last three fights. You know that fucking guy from the States who wasn't much good, and then Hellenius, like, and he did what he had to do against Hellenius, and then what do you call that guy that fucking cut Fury's eye, whatever his face is, and Wallen, Otto Wallen, yeah. So he did the business in him. Otto Wallen didn't have a great showing. He certainly didn't fight like he did against that guy come up from cruiserweight, world champion at cruiserweight. He boxed really well against him, like off the back foot, boxed really well. So you would think that, you know, the thing about Anthony Joshua is he's big bag and he's big business. You know, and if he loses this fight, it's not good for business. You know, so I would say they have him well trained and well marshalled. It won't be a Fury situation where he was ill prepared for the fight. I think he'd be well prepared. Because there's too much in it for everybody else. You know what I mean? It's in everybody's interest that Anthony Joshua wins this fight. I think he's going to look good in it. I don't mean to sound conspiratorial or anything there. I'm just talking common sense. Like, you know what I mean? If you're watching this video, then you know the crack anyway. So it's all good, isn't it? What do you all think? Anthony Joshua versus Is there any chance Francis pulls off the upset? Who's saying this? This is Adam's Boxing Show. I wonder who that is. I think he's a YouTuber. Does Joshua get the knockout? Yeah, like, I mean, you could see and Danny doing something spectacular. Well, I really think, like I say, Joshua's going to be really well prepared and he's going to box very straight. You know, there'll be no fucking around, and he'll box so good that it won't really allow Ngannou into the fight. Here's an interview with Ryan Garcia. Oh, this is like the damage limitation. Yeah, he doesn't look to be in good form, man. Joshua Ngannou. Oh, this is quite good, right? Let's see. Elon Musk. Cybertruck is built bullet tough. Hopefully they won't fucking kill the sound in this. This guy's got a fucking steel baseball bat. He's gonna beat the truck, man. Come on, mate. Beat the truck. Let's see what happens. A big smile on his face. He can't wait to go to work. Let's see, mate. Crazy bee. Do it. Here we go. Holy fuck. Jesus. It's not a dent on it. Not a mark on it. Looks like something out of fucking Fortnite, or, you know, one of them really cheap video games that kids seem to play all the time, you know, with the really crap graphics. What's that all about? And yeah, alright, we'll finish on this. Fucking Francis Ngannou, when he was talking at the press conference earlier on, started shouting out to Tyson Fury, was like, you're talking a wee bit, and yes, you'll know I beat you in last fight, and stuff like this, and fucking Fury was like, no, you didn't, you dossa, you didn't fucking beat me, you know. And then Ngannou was like, no, he laughed back and forth, and that was okay, it was all quite convivial, everything was nice. And then fucking and Ngannou, like, I think Fury sort of put him in his place. He's like, look, I fucking beat you, you know what I mean, go back to MMA, you're shit, I fucking outboxed you, and I'll do it again. And then Ngannou lost it. He was like, he kind of stopped and he goes, on the more serious note, if I meet you outside the ring, do not come within 5 meters of me because I will fuck you up, man. I will fuck you up. It's like, let's be real here. You are protected by the rules of boxing. In real life, you have no chance. It was quite fucking serious. It was like, Jesus. But consider it, if Francis Ngannou and Tyson Fury get into a street fight, what would actually happen? Who's the smarter man? Right? You know, Ngannou's got his all of his leg stuff. He's got holes and stuff. He's not the best at the ground game, but he has that. He has kicks. He has elbows. He has all that. But if he goes to throw his first shot, it's going to be like that. Oh, a big wanging hook. You know, Fury's the heavyweight champion of the world, Lydio. You know what I mean? He's one of the smartest fighting men in the world. I don't care if it's the ring, the street, the fucking cage, wherever. He's gonna go on the street. You know what I mean? He's gonna end up one combination. You know what I mean? He's gonna set up a right hand and drive a right hand straight down him, and that would be it. I would think so. I know that's sort of like a fantasy matchup, isn't it? But that's what I see happening. Maybe I'm biased because I'm a big boxing fan, you know what I mean? But do you know what it is? It's like everybody talks about MMA and oh fucking MMA, you know, they can't do shit in boxing and stuff, and yeah, they can't. Gannon comes in, good performance against fucking Fury. Oh no, we can't do it. We're kind of good. And it's like, but they have to accept that they can't do the stuff in the boxing ring. And boxers are more than happy to, you know, settle the argument outside of the octagon in terms of, no, I couldn't go and do it in your sphere. I accept that. You would choke me out and break my arm or whatever. Fair enough, you know what I mean? But everybody kind of says, oh, in the streets, you know, by default, the MMA fighter beats the boxer. Nah. A fighter's a fighter, man. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter all this discipline and all of that stuff. You know what I mean? If you get a guy who's a professional boxer, like, and he can have a scrap, you know, and he knows what he's up against, he's not going to let himself get in a position where a guy can fucking, you know, put him on an arm bar or something like that. Now that could be naivety on my side. I was only messing around with a guy, you know, we were just sort of throwing hands and stuff. Years and years and years ago, it was like down an alleyway after like a club night. And I was on a bike and we were just throwing like little things like that there. And the guy was a whole lot older than me and a whole lot bigger than me. And he grabbed me by my arm and threw me like over his shoulder right off the bike. I was on the ground with like my arm like that, and he had my thumb and it was ready to snap. And you know what I mean, there's nothing I could do. I just had to beg, man. I just had to beg. But so yeah, maybe the boxers should stay away from the MMA guys. I suppose it makes things a whole lot different for people growing up now because of the popularity of MMA and the amount of people practicing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and stuff. Usually more as adults and stuff, but I'm not sure what the facts are in terms of are there more kids doing Jiu-Jitsu now because of like how popular UFC is and stuff like that. But I think, you know, generally it seems to be that people that are trained in that stuff don't really get into street fights. You know what I mean? It's usually dancers. Let's go. Yeah, because if you train on that stuff and you do it right and you have the discipline and all that shit and you don't, you know what I mean, you have more fucking sense than to get into a fight with somebody because you might end up snapping somebody's arm off, you might end up, you know, there has been times where boxers have hit somebody, you know, one punch and they've died and stuff. It's kind of not right, you know, you're not supposed to do it. If you have that technique, you know what I mean, yeah, it's just dangerous. There you are. There's all the fucking crack. Let's see, we'll do one more here and end this thing, yeah. What's going on here? Zile Zhang, Joseph Parker. Fucking Parker. Oh, here we are, Stephen Edwards, the bread man. Don't know why they call him that, but that's who he is. Hearns is a case for being the sharpest fighter ever. A very strong case. Watch how Tommy Hearns rips to the body with the trademark right in this one-round destruction of James Schuler. Let's get a wee look at this here. The fucking height of him, like the height and length of Tommy Hearns, like what a specimen, man. Big skinny legs, all them left hands to the body. Fucking hell, man. He's something else, like. Keeping him off the jab, another bit. One big fucking digging left hand to the body. Tapped him off. The left hook to the body was devastating. The straight right's devastating too. He's mixing it up. Fucking hell. The straight right hand and the left hook to the body finishes him with a straight right hand. Fucking hell, man. The thing's just like a spear, you know, like a fucking battering ram. Who was the guy he fought? I think it was when he first won. Either it was the junior welterweight title, or it was the I think it was his first title. Pepino Cuevas or one of these guys, I think. Let's see if we can get it here. The knockout is actually fucking scary. Like, we're talking Hearns at the, well, I don't know about peak, but you know, just at that stage before he, I think it was his last fight before he fought. What the hell is this? Close. Before he fought Leonard. That amazing fight. Let's see, look at the head on him and all as well, man. Fucking eyes hanging out of his head. Do you think he was stoned? Let me see, what? He fought up to 2006. What the fuck, man? Why did they let that happen? Iran Barkley, that was a good fight. Virgil Hill, what's that? 91, nice one. Yeah. Ray Leonard, that was the rematch in 89. I got in at the draw, didn't it? Yeah. Doug DeWitt, James Shooter. No, what I watched the other night was fucking great. Sugar Ray Leonard, Donny Lalonde. Great fight. Bernard Duran, that was 84. He knocked Duran out in the second round, slept him, didn't he? Wilfred Benitez. Now, let's just see. You know, obviously he was a great fighter. I think Leonard fought him as well. Oh yes, Pepino Cuevas, it was second round knockout. Hang on, we're gonna fucking get this up. And I'll tell you what else, what I'm doing at the minute. I'm watching every single Floyd Mayweather fight, so I can do like a fucking mad video on the Floyd Mayweather career. So I'm trying to watch every single one of them. I have them all up. There's like a wee playlist. I'm on 21 or something there. There's a few that I've missed, you know, watching it in bed and then falling asleep. But I've watched the most of them. Very interesting to watch his progression as a fighter, how good he was from day one as a professional. You know, when he started to get a bit more cocky and stuff like that. The power that he had back then at that weight, even then, you know, was destructive, because obviously he's fighting quite low level guys. He's fighting a few dossers, you know, just being built up, the usual fucking story, like, you know, get a few rounds in and stuff like that. And so he's not going too hard on him. He's trying to get his rounds in, and then when he wants to end the fight, he just fucking ends it. It's quite scary actually. I feel a wee bit like Danny Dyer there. Do you remember he used to do that TV show, Danny Dyer's Hardest Man? And it was like the same every fucking one. He'd be on the way to meet the guy, and they'd have an interview of him in the back of the taxi, and he'd just be like, oh, fucking shit, I'm shitting myself, I'm shitting myself. I feel a wee bit like that. Let's see, Hearns, Cuevas, I think he had a great record. He had held the title for fucking years. Let's find out here. This is the hardcore fucking shit here, boys. This is the hardcore shit. We don't fuck around with no casual bullshit. Let's see. Let's look at the head and hand. What was he out in Mexico? Fucking madman. Huh? 50 fights. Let's see now. So he fought Tommy Hearns, right? It was a welterweight title. Up until then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 world title fights up before he fought Hearns. That was his 13th world title fight. What a mad. You know, and he was knocking all them guys out as well. Yeah, he more or less knocked every one of them out. I think 1 or 2 of them went to decision. What a guy. Anyway, let's watch the fight. whenever I sort this out, right, I'm getting my wee iPhone, my new iPhone in a couple of days or something, and I'm gonna fucking take the video of me talking shit. I'm gonna put it on the fucking program, and then I can put up little clips and stuff like that. I'll try and get up a clip of some of the fights, and we can talk about it and break down some particular shots and stuff, and I'll try and pick things up. Right, this is fucking insane, man. This is, I've never seen anything like this. The way he stops this guy. Right, where are we? Stepping to him, not too eager. You can see he's wary enough, like he knows he's going against a great champion here. Sends that right hand so well over the counters, the jab, you know, Cuevas' jab. He sends a right hand over the top of it so well, just times it beautifully. Yeah, here he goes now, here he goes. He's got him in trouble now. He's just fucking wailing. Oh man, he threw a big right hand and it just popped out like that. It was beautiful, beautiful. No, he just never fucking stops. Left hand, left hook to the body, right hand on the top, back out again. He's one of them fighters, is like you can't fucking account for what he does. He's just a freak of nature, like the way he fights. I don't mean that in any negative way, like he's just fucking, you know what I mean? He's not that your typical fucking fighter, like Tommy Hearns, man, just one in a million, like. Let's see, come on, we're in the second round, he's gonna do him here, like, I swear to God, it's frightening what he does here, like. Let's see now, he's stepping to him, he's nearly got him cornered, there's a jab, steps out again, head comes back. He's just measuring the distance, the left hand, well, big ass fucking long reach on him, that. What was he, 6'2" at welterweight? Oh, he just fucked him up with a right hand there. He fucked him up. I swear to God, man, I was actually kind of hard to watch. I was like, you know how you see a knockdown sometimes, and it's like, referee kind of saved him there, or fuck, he took a knee, he made it get up. Nah, that was the guy just was in another fucking world when he got hit by a punch. Let's see. I think he had him down before that, and it was like the combination that he hit to knock him down was great. Your man Cuevas has a great jab, so Hearns is very. He's getting backing out like that there. You can see the power that he has. This Cuevas guy is up against it, like. Hearns is just walking him down. I think even the way that Hearns, you know, with the height of him and everything, his body mechanics, the way that he stands and everything, he was able to, there's like a great elasticity or something, and the way that he managed to fire off those punches, you know, that, like I say, that battering ram right hand over the top, straight right hand, you know, the power, and it's something else, like. There's that left to the body, jab, right hook downstairs, big fucking unwieldy, you know what I mean, like that there. Like a fucking torpedo type of thing going on. There he is, faking to the body. Left hook upstairs, double left hook upstairs. Last couple of jabs. Lazy jab, probing jab. Stepping to him, jab downstairs. Cuevas is backing off. Jab up, jab down. Big fucking right hook. There he is. There we go, Nyla. Jesus Christ. It's just so ferocious, you know. I'm going to say vicious, but I don't think... He doesn't seem like a vicious guy. Well, it was ferocious, you know. He doesn't seem like an evil cunt, like a Jordan McLennan type cunt, you know what I mean? Oh, no. He's just bouncing these punches off his head, like. Cuevas is like, I gotta make a good show in here, man. Those 12 fucking title defenses, man, I gotta hang in here. Oh, man. 28 seconds to go in round one. Let's see. This combination, man. Look at that, the fucking jab. The jab would buckle you, you know? It's like a fucking... it's like it clicks at the end, you know? It's like fucking hell, man. He nearly dislocates his fucking elbow, you know? Sort of power he had, smart fighter too. You seen the way he boxed in the Sugar Ray Leonard fight, you know? The first one, there we go, that right hand's punishing, but he places it well. The ref comes in and saves Cuevas' ass there. Like, yeah, comes in and he's like, like, this guy's gonna get murdered. Fucking hell. But there you are, guys. I suppose that's a bit strange doing a fucking watch along of a clip, but it's just me fucking talking about it. Won't it be much better when it's me down here in a wee fucking square and the fight will be up there? Yeah. That'll be a whole lot better. So we'll try to make all that happen, you know. Yeah, I'm thinking a bit about content and what I might have to do and try to be a bit more this way, a bit more that way. But you know what it is. I'm just gonna keep doing what I do and be natural, you know. Of course, tune up, you know, and adapt and stuff like that. But you can only do what it is you do. You know what I mean? So why bust your head up and trying to please everybody else? Fuck that, man. You know, just do your own thing. Try and deliver a good prediction. You know, I see Nick Ball getting the win there. I see it rounds 3-6 against Ray Vargas. I think it's going to be a good win with a lot of cause for celebration after. Wouldn't be fucking surprised if Frank Ward stormed the ring. But with Turkey in behind him. But anyway, folks, boxing, blues, Belfast blues and boxing. Whatever works for you, whatever fucking works for you, just do it. Alright, peace out.